The Pacers fear Mitchell Robinson. Rick Carlisle, head coach of the Indiana Pacers, recently spoke about Robinson and his impact for New York and why he's such a force. And in the process, he revealed what he fears about him the most: his rebounding. The Pacers view Mitchell Robinson as an X factor, the exact same way Jalen Brunson views him. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications on as well too. If you want to support the channel, the easiest way to do that is to hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. The Pacers fear Mitchell Robinson on the boards. If you watched that series against the Boston Celtics, then you already know why most teams are worried about Mitchell Robinson. His defense, his ability to rebound, second chance opportunities, block shots, put that fear in opposing players looking to penetrate and get inside the paint. And he can cover multiple players on defense. He's a luxury most teams wish they had. And if you don't have a player like Mitchell Robinson and you're going up against him, you're always going to be worried about him and his impact. Just like head coach of the Indiana Pacers, Rick Carlisle, is doing right now. Shout out to New York Basketball on the app X for giving us this following information here. Here's what Rick Carlisle had to say about Mitchell Robinson and his impact for the Knicks and why the Pacers view him as the X factor. According to Carlisle, he states, Mitchell Robinson's productivity as a rebounder is really quite remarkable. 4 offensive rebounds and tips out another 3 or 4, 7 to 8 extra possessions. Major factor. The other guy people don't talk enough about is Precious Achiuwa, another big who can crash and generate possessions. And that is why the Pacers have so much fear about Mitchell Robinson, because on the boards, he is almost unstoppable. And if he's going up against another team that does not prioritize offensive rebounds, he is going to dominate in that area and pull down so many second chance opportunities for New York. And like the image on the right says, please keep on doubting the Knicks, because every time you doubt the Knicks, they just continue to prove why they belong here. First off, shout out the head coach of the Indiana Pacers, Rick Carlisle, for speaking to the media and giving Mitchell Robinson so much praise. Now, he did reveal in the process what he fears most about the Knicks and Mitchell Robinson, but still, in any case, you have to give him praise for what he said about Mitchell Robinson. And everything he said about him is absolutely true. His impact on the boards, his impact to generate so many extra possessions for the Knicks, it is so crucial. New York has to find a way to get Mitchell Robinson more minutes on the floor, because every single time he's on the floor, he helps New York. Everybody around the league knows that. And I'm not the only one who's saying it. The numbers back it up as well. This is why Mitchell Robinson is seen as a force around the league. Shout out to former NBA insider with the New York Post, Mark Berman, for giving us this following information here. According to him, Knicks analytics writer Fred Katz has mined a gem. Knicks gathered 39% of missed shots in the playoffs with Mitchell Robinson on the floor. The Pacers are mediocre at rebounding. The Knicks, particularly Jalen Brunson, are money on shots off of second chance opportunities. Most vital stat of the pre-series hype. And this is absolutely key. Robinson and his impact. There is no other way to show it besides this clear stat here. When they miss and Robinson is on the floor, they gather those misses. They turn into second chance opportunities. And Jalen Brunson cashes in on each and every single one of those possessions. Robinson is the X factor of this series for that exact reason. The Pacers, they don't rebound like that. I'm not saying they can't rebound like that. They just don't do it often. Now, a lot of that has to do with their offense. When you run the offense like the Indiana Pacers do, you're not missing a lot of shots. So there's not a lot of rebounds to go around. They are a very efficient team. But if you can bother them and make their shots hard, they're going to miss. And if they miss, the rebounding advantage clearly will go to the Knicks. And everybody on the Knicks already sees Robinson and his impact, sees him as the X factor, including the captain, Jalen Brunson, who gave him significant praise recently when he was speaking to the media. Shout out to Knicks videos on the app X for giving us this following information here. According to them, Jalen Brunson said the following about Mitchell Robinson and his defense, and he gives him credit for what he's been doing in the postseason. According to Jalen Brunson, the way that Mitchell Robinson is able to intimidate down in the paint and defer shots away, it's a skill that not many possess. I'm just happy he's back, healthy, and playing. We appreciate everything he's doing, especially that paint defense. Night and day difference with Robinson on the floor in the paint versus off the floor and not inside the paint. Look at the numbers. Robinson is a net positive for New York for the entire series against Boston when he is on the floor. Shout out to my guy D Black on the app X for giving us that following information there. Anytime I need those little tidbits, I make sure I go to his profile, his account, and I steal some of that information. But I always got to give him credit because I get that information from a few different sources, and he's one of them. But Mitchell Robinson clearly is the X factor of this series. He was the X factor against Boston, and some of us didn't even know that. But in this series against the Pacers, where rebounding is going to be key and so important, he is going to be one of the main reasons New York is able to win this series. Hopefully, the Knicks can find a way. I don't know how, but they're going to have to find it to play him more minutes. 23 minutes is not enough. 25 minutes is not enough. Do we see the impact here? The Knicks are able to gather 39% of their missed shots in playoffs with Robinson on the floor. You need to find a way to get that impact more minutes. I'm thinking 30, 31, 32 minutes. Maybe that's the max, but we need it. We need to see him play more. We need the double big lineup out there more. It is strong. It's effective. And I can understand why everyone in the league is slowly starting to be worried about Mitchell Robinson. Because when you watch him play, the impact he has for this team, all of the abilities that we spoke about earlier on during this video, those are the key reasons that he's getting a lot of respect right now, including from the Pacers and clearly from their head coach. He's seen everything. He's won an NBA championship before. So what he says, I'm taking it, and it matters to me. It should matter to everybody. If he fears Mitchell Robinson, then he's speaking for his team. His team fears Mitchell Robinson. We have an X factor in this series on our team. Now it's up to the Knicks to utilize it. But what about you guys? What do you think about Rick Carlisle and his comments about Mitchell Robinson and his impact for the Knicks and what he fears about Robinson the most? Clearly, his rebounding. And what about what Mark Berman had to say about Robinson and his impact on the floor regarding the Knicks and their missed shots? Let me know how you feel about this in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.